Hello everybody, it's Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember that you guys should become patrons over on Patreon or join our Discord server. So, okay, so this is kind of funny. So, remember the, Jaune's power should be aura transfer?
Yes.
And not healing?
Yes.
So, I made that video on Tuesday, right? Last Tuesday. And, that was before episode 12 came out. But then somebody today in the comment of that video told me that I need to take the, change the title of the video because the title of the video contains spoilers for episode 12.
Before it came out. Wait, are we on 12 or 13?
We're on 12.
Okay, wow, okay.
So, I'll repeat that for people in the back. They told me that my video was a spoiler video for the current episode.
You're real proud of yourself. You're gonna
it's not about being proud.
We're gonna put it on the fridge.
No, it's
so
like
everyone. I mean, they don't know you recorded it a week. Fans.
Yeah, it should have the date on it, the date when it was released. So obviously,
yeah, but it was if it was released after 12.
But it was released before 12.
Oh,
we released it last Tuesday.
Oh,
last week.
I thought it said you recorded it.
No, okay. we released it last Tuesday. This
Alright,
video.
So, you know, you're okay.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that. Like, I was a little mad about that because I was like, y'all bitch ass, like, don't check the date, and then like accuse me of like. You know, having a spoiler when that was like a theory and I just got it right. Like, how dare you? Anyways, so we're talking about Jaune's aura transfer powers again, today, because it turns out that that is what it looks like it's been doing. And now, again, people are watching that video because they think that it was from this week, if that makes sense. Like, they think it's related to episode 12, but it wasn't. It was related to episode 11 and we were just guessing. So now we got some confirmation. So Jaune, basically what he does is that he sticks his hands out, and from his hands come this white, glowy shit, and then that white glowy shit, goes around the person, that he is trying to save, so it seems. And a lot of people were like, oh, but that's just healing. But then the people that, like, had watched my video before, were kind of like, oh, this makes sense now. Because basically my argument for, again, not it just being healing would be that the white stuff, the aura, it seems, because first, Jaune's aura is white. We see that in volume 1 or whatever. It is surrounding Weiss, again, like a force field or like this film, and that is sort of what aura looks like. Like, we see this when people break their aura, it's sort of like this. I don't know how to explain this, but it's almost like if you have saran wrapped around your body and then it falls off, you know what I mean? Like, you have a shiny coat. Basically, and that comes off. Hunter's smiling because he's like, oh man, like,
talking about?
You understand what I mean, though?
Sure.
You know, it's like aura is like when you wrapped a present. You know what I mean? Like it's wrapping paper over your body.
So I do it a lot better than you do.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Anyways, so that's why I think that it is more of an aura transfer than just direct healing, because a lot of people in the Discord server were commenting on this, but basically that. If it was healing, like, I feel like it would have just been the direct area of the wound, but this seems more like he is replenishing all of Weiss's aura and giving her a boost, so to speak, and that boost is then healing her wound, because obviously we know that aura can seem to heal small cuts and stuff. Pyrrha says this at a time, and so if you're getting a lot of it at once, it makes sense that that would continue to heal you, you know what I mean? Because, like, again, if you, like, right now you can look at Yang and how her aura is regenerating. If you basically get that regeneration, like, right away, that would be, like, very intense and probably, be able to heal your wound, and I believe that is what is happening to Weiss. Other things, like, if they didn't want to make it aura-based, they could have just made it green and then just target the wound and not the rest of her body. Does that make sense? So I feel like this artistic choice of having it be the same color of his aura and then having it be around Weiss in a force field, like Jaune puts it, is sort of evidence that this was their intention rather than straight up healing. Cuddle. Yeah, basically.
Speaking of aura cuddling, the first time I ever actually heard about people sharing aura was in a RWBY fanfiction, and it was a White Rose fic. And they made a big deal of, like, Weiss and RWBY being able to connect their auras. It was like, it's an invisible hug. And I'm like, oh.
That's cute.
It's cute with them. With John, I'm like, get your fucking hands off.
Well, okay, so somebody posted that, so I'm gonna read this out to y'all quickly, just because I thought it was funny. Funnier than that guy telling me off this morning. So, healing Weiss.
What?
John, I'm healing Weiss. Ruby, John, I'm healing Weiss. Ruby, I'm being useful. So, Ruby grabs John's hands and lifts them off Weiss. Ruby, oh look, you don't need to be touching her to do it. Keep going. But in all seriousness, I do believe it's supposed to be an aura transfer rather than healing. Like, we could be wrong, but I think that there are different artistic choices that you would use to signify simply just healing a wound. Like, again, green is a very, strong healing color, and then just, like, if Jaune just touched his hand down on her wound, and then it, like, the green shit went inside of it and healed, basically, instead of, again, having that film over her, it does really look like it's supposed to be her aura. And so I just wanted to kind of bring up why, because a lot of people are like, well, it is healing, and I'm like, well, that wasn't the point of the video, because remember that we're not saying that it shouldn't heal, we're saying that it shouldn't be healing, which is a bit different, and I know it doesn't sound that way, but we're basically just trying to say that it shouldn't be straight up healing. It is aura by virtue healing someone, you know what I mean? Like, aura by virtue healed people.
Healing by virtue of aura. There you go.
Yeah, there you
go. It took you 5 times.
Listen, you didn't help. So, yeah, it's healing by virtue of aura, just not healing because you can heal, right? And so I feel like that is the best explanation, and so, like, I know a lot of people are like, but it heals, and I'm like, yeah, but that was never, the point of our video was never to be like, Jaune shouldn't heal anyone ever, like, no, that wasn't it, like, it was more of, healing shouldn't be a semblance should be some sort of aura transfer, or aura boost, or aura related, whatever they want to call it in the show, in order to get the point across that, yes, it can heal, but remember that aura is also used for defense. You also need aura to be able to use your semblance, and so it really does a lot of different things. It's not just about healing. And so I feel like that fits well for Jaune. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to make a part 2 for this video. Just because, you know, we did this last week, and it was a guess, really, and it was more of a us telling the, like, I know they would have already written it, but us telling the writers, like, hey, don't make it straight healing, make it an aura transfer, you know.
Don't make it straight healing, make it gay healing.
Oh my god. And, you know, then this episode happens, and we're like, you know, we did a good job. So yeah, that's basically all I kind of wanted to talk about today, and I hope that you guys understand it better now, because I feel like what we said is confusing, because I feel like people read the title and didn't really watch the video and then said, like, haha, like, it did heal Weiss, like, y'all are wrong, but, like, that's not, again, remotely what we said.
So this is one thing that you got right. What else have you gotten right so far in RWBY, other than Ilya being gay?
The Grim Arm?
The Grim Arm?
Like,
okay,
recently? The Grim Arm,
Weiss being alive.
Weiss, recovering because of Jaune, basically, but I think everybody sort of guessed that. I can't really think off the top of my head now, but if you look at the videos last week, they basically tell you what we got right and what we got wrong. The jury's still out on the auras being sentient, or the relics being sentient people. Also, I did have the idea that Raven was the maiden for a while, but then y'all shamed me and, made me sad, and so I, put that one away, like, 16 episodes ago. Like,
16 years ago,
like 16
when I was but a child!
You know what I mean? Like, anyways. So yeah, we've gotten a lot of things correct. But even if it, you know, basically what I'm trying to say is that, even if we were wrong about everything else, and we didn't guess this last week, I'm glad that this is what they did, because I feel like this opens up the possibilities for Jaune to be more than a healer. It gives him, basically, it's what he does in Grim Eclipse, like giving boosts to his teammates when they need them, and I feel like that's nice, and good, and everything like that, and so yeah. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Again, if you're, like, want to watch the video last week and kind of be like, well, shit, you know what I mean? I suggest you guys do that, because I was, like, listening to a bit of it, and I was like, if I could tell past me what future me knows now.
Oh my god. You're too proud of yourself.
I mean, a little bit, okay? Like, just, like, Rooster Teeth, hire me. Like, I know exactly what you want, babe. Like, it's okay. But yeah. So, it's pretty fun to see that when you do something, and then people are like, well, that's a spoiler, and I'm like, Well, does it count as a spoiler if you made a theory and it's correct and it's now, like, people know that it's right?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
but...
and so that's what, like, I posted that on Twitter and people were like, nah, like, no, Cal, like, it's just, like, you can't say that you spoiled something if you made it up in the past and then it happened in the future. Unless you knew, like, the entire time that it would, and, like, we obviously didn't, considering the werewolf stuff and everything else. So anyways, I hope that, you guys enjoyed this video, and, you guys check out our Patreon and join our Discord server, and we will see you later. Bye-bye!